supplies aren't expected to be great, but it's worth a shot. Alright, so sneak and safety is really high, loot's really low. So if we throw strong on there, it does drop these down just a teensy bit, but it does give us a better chance.
So let's do strong again.
Alright, let's see how we do. Alright, we did found some stuff, and I saw
we found another sled.
Nice.
We are so freaking lucky.
Alright, so we found another bottle. Oh, good. Okay, so we found some dirty rags, which is good. Another painkiller bottle.
Okay, let's empty it out.
Well, actually, because you can only carry 10 pills at a time in one square, we might as well just drop them both into there. And here's a cool thing. Watch this.
You're gonna turn them sideways?
Yeah, there we go. It's the WASAD. So we turn it sideways, and then now
fit that.
We can fit that in there.
So we can fit like one thing that takes up one space, such as pebbles.
Yep. All right. So now that we have dirty rags and we have string inside of our vehicle, we can actually make a slingshot.
But we didn't take ranged.
It doesn't matter. At least we have it. It might as well.
It'll be insane if you got nothing but like offensive stuff, like ranged and strong and tough and melee, like just all of those. When you go into the medical screen, it looks like you're naked.
Alright, so we're in the crafting screen
here.
Oh
my gosh.
So this is everything that we have right now. Stuff in our vehicle, everything. So we're gonna grab some string.
Handful string.
Yeah, I don't know if it's... Oh, I didn't grab string. There we go. We're gonna grab string, and we can turn string into thread. I can't remember if you need thread or string in order to make a slingshot. So we'll go...
I'm like crafting with... Look, I'm crafting with my hands. Look.
Alright, so it looks like we need thread in order to make the slingshot. So even though the dirty rags are there, if I click to confirm, it will turn this handful of string into thread. So let's do that. And then we'll clear that out, and now let's add that. Okay, so that's we still don't have enough. So now we'll add that one. What am I doing wrong?
What's that?
Ah, there we go. So there has been an update, because before this button was down here. So there's the sling. Okay. So the sling is made from dirty rags. It doesn't have to be dirty rags. They can be clean ones. And thread. So we'll do that. Now
look,
we have
look,
a sling.
I'm actually crafting. Look. I bet this would take a lot more time in real life.
Yeah. Well, if you look, we're already down to 0.78 of 4, and we just started our turn. We went into the hex, we scavenged, and then we've made a slingshot, and we're just about out of time now. So let's go into the item screen, and we'll put the sling, put the sling in our hand. So we have something, and it's already put stones in there because I accidentally clicked on it. So we could have 2 stones ready to be thrown, or we could have up to 20 pebbles.
Which would probably do a little damage?
They don't do as much damage, but you can fire more times. However, personally, I think that I would rather have the stones. Even though you can only fire twice, I feel like a lot of times ranged... Before you know it, they've already kind of closed the distance, especially with a slingshot, because the distance isn't very far. You're only going to get a couple of shots anyway, so it's really not worth it. However, we should probably
get that rag.
What we could do is we could take the shard and put it into there, and take another set of stones, just in case, and drop it into our pocket, and then that way we can reload if we need to.
Maybe we could take a bit of pebbles, just in case for, like, backup. Like 10 pebbles.
Well, we're going to take them, but we're going to put them into our...
sled.
Yeah, into our vehicle. So we're going to take this, we're going to take this.
We're going to take everything.
We're going to take this.
Wait, we're even going to take the sled with the sled.
We're going to take this. We're going to take this. We're going to take as much stuff as we can.
So we got a bunch of ammo.
And we're still doing okay. It's not really affecting our burden that much. If it did, then we could look at what stuff we really don't need. For now, it's more important to just grab everything. Get everything you can. We can't do anything with this, so we'll just set that off to the side.
What does the strap do?
21.6. It makes it easier to pull, because one of the reasons I got screwed over in one of my games is because my sled fell apart, and I wasn't prepared for it. So, all right, so we're here. We've got 0.78 moves left. We could move into one of these hexes, or we could just try to hide our tracks or hide ourselves for our last 0.78 of a turn.
They'll probably see us anyway.
Okay.
Because we're standing in the tracks.
Okay.
So let's just hide and end.
Okay, so we'll hide. All right, so it's making us harder to see and end our turn.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so we just ran into somebody, or he just ran into us. All right, so this is the battle screen. It's basically the same thing as before. It's actually an encounter screen, not really a battle screen. So this is us on the left. It tells us what our last move was, whether or not we have cover, if we're visible to the enemy, what our weapon is. So we don't have any cover, we are visible to him, and our weapon is the sling currently, which we can switch. We are barefoot, which is bad for us. Which we are strong, which helps us. We're pulling a sled with string, so it doesn't hurt us or help us in any regard, except that we are now unable to run. So we'll get to what our options are in a second. This is the terrain we're fighting within. It's cold, clear, and dawn. The range is 5, so we're basically 5 squares away is the way to think about it. The best cover is total cover, so you can get behind stuff and hide. So if he had a gun or something, we could worry about it. The terrain, we'll get to what he's got in just a second. And the terrain is uneven, so it's difficult to move around on the terrain. So you probably don't want to run because you'll probably trip and might hurt yourself. So it tells us the stranger that we're up against, his last move, which is nothing at this point. If he has any cover, which he doesn't. If he's visible, yes, we can see him. His weapon is the Wolverine Black Whiskey Bottle, which is probably what he picked up off... I don't know if he picked it up off the ground. Nope, he picked up the plastic sled off the ground that's down here. So he's strong, so he does more damage when he hits. He's barefoot, just like us. He's pulling a sled, which is nice. If we kill him, we could possibly get whatever stuff he's found so far. But if he's barefoot, he doesn't even have any shoes. Oh, he's got one shoe on. You can see it. Get some cargo pants, too. He's unable to run.
I've seen his nipples.
Yeah. And he's pulling the sled awkwardly, so he doesn't have the string on it. Alright, so these are the options we have for the encounter. We could surrender to him. If we surrender to him, we drop everything that we have, and he gets to basically take anything he wants, but hopefully he won't kill us. If we ditch the vehicle, we drop our sled and makes it so that we can run, so that we can get away. If we desperately retreat, we get to move 1 to 2 spaces. So right now we're 5 spaces away. We get to move 1 to 2 spaces away from him. And then it has other effects, if you notice there. You can read through those, but removes your cover. It makes you vulnerable. You have a high chance of tripping on the terrain, and terrain that's uneven, that's pretty dangerous. You have a high chance of being detected if you're hidden, and this is not always available. You could do a regular retreat. All that it does is it has a chance that you will leave the battlefield. You will not be fighting anymore. It ends the encounter. You can move back, so you can try to stay away from him. You can take cover. You can jump behind something. You can threaten him, so we could raise our weapon and threaten him. Hopefully it'll scare him off, or he might be willing to...
take a fight?
Yeah, he might want to leave, or he might be willing to talk with us as opposed to fight us. We could demand him to surrender. You know, if we do this or if we do this, we basically lose our turn. So he might move closer to us, or he might attack us in some regard, and we've wasted our... so you can dodge, so we can try to dodge his next attack. We have a chance to move 1 space away. We must be able to see the target, and so that doesn't really hurt us. It just, we take the turn to try to dodge away. We can move closer to him. We can actually attack him with our stone. So we can actually make an attack. We can offer a ceasefire, which basically says, hey, listen, let's not fight each other, whatever. and then you can offer to talk, which all that really does is he gives you one line of dialogue, and that's it. It doesn't make him your friend or anything like that. I will say that most of the people out here in NEO Scavenger, most of the NPCs are trying to kill you until you become significantly more better equipped. Then they are moving further away from you. All right, so what do you want to do? These are the options that we have available to us.
Let's offer ceasefire.
Okay, all right, so we're going to offer a ceasefire, and we'll confirm. Okay, so we offer, so it's us, we offered a ceasefire versus him, and he moved towards us. That's all he did. So now he's 4 squares away. All right? And we are temporarily distracted because we offered a ceasefire, which means he gets an extra turn. Okay? All right, so we lost our turn. It's starting to drizzle, and he's moved towards us again. So now he's 3 squares away. We still can make a ranged attack. Everything is still the same, except it's added a parry, which makes it, again, it's kind of like dodge. The only real difference is you have no chance to move away. Everything is the same, except dodge, you have a chance to move away. So what do you want to do? So he's moving towards us. He's got a whiskey bottle.
I think we should change the wooden spear and try and attack him.
If he's 3 away, we can't attack him. So we'd have to get closer. Unless we throw it. But if we throw it, it's gone. Actually, we can't even throw it. It doesn't give us the option to throw it. So if we want to throw us, doesn't it give us? Oh, because we changed attack modes. If we had not changed attack modes, then we would be able. That kind of sucks. We can't do the stone now because we changed attack modes. So if we're gonna change attack modes, he's probably gonna continue to move towards us. So we better get the sharpened spear out to stab him. We could try to get into cover.
Take cover.
Okay. All right. So we'll take cover.
Take cover.
All right. So we've taken cover. He's still moving towards us. All right. So now we can, because we have this weapon, and he's within two, so we can get close enough to do it. We could actually make a regular attack against him. It's a low chance of making us vulnerable, and it's a high chance of us being detected if we're hidden, but we're not hidden, so it doesn't matter. The melee surge, you get to possibly hit between 1 and 3 times and stun them for a turn, but we automatically lose our next turn. So if we hit him, we could do a lot of damage. We could stun him. I'm sorry, if we hit him, we could do a lot of damage. We will stun him, and then we'll be back in the fight at the same time as him and ready to attack again. But if we miss, then he is going to get the upper hand.
Surge.
So what do you want to do? You want to surge? We've been pretty lucky up till now, so let's go ahead. We'll do it.
Well, it would be cool if one of the traits was lucky.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, so here we go. Okay. So it tells us down here what happened, but it also says up here, so we did a surge against him. So he advances towards us. He advances towards us. We tried to do a flurry of attacks, but we missed. So now we have to recover. So he's going to get to attack us. All right, so we were... oh, man. Okay.
Shit.
So he attacked us and he hit us with a glass bottle. We have a fractured rib. We're coughing up blood. We're stunned and unable to move. We're bleeding. We're in minor pain, and some of our activities are affected. And his weapon has fallen apart, though. So all he has is a punch now. But we're coughing up blood. If you see, our in pain has dropped down. We can't, but we have some pain pills, so we can always do that.
Let's try and use
But we're stunned. I think he is, I'm hoping.
The attack?
Yeah, he punched us. He punched us and hit us in the chest. We have a fractured rib. We're in severe pain. We're having trouble concentrating, and we are bleeding. So that's not good. Let's see if we can take a pill so we can go into the item screen. think I have to. Oh good, it only took one. Good. So we used some pain pills. All right, so that got our pain thing back up. So let's go back into the encounter. But we can't attack now because we took some pain pills. So maybe we should offer a ceasefire, or do you want to just try to back away from him? One.
Fall back.
Fall back. This one. Okay.
Fall back.